Good morning and welcome back. We are tracking some wet weather on your Tuesday morning. So before you head out to work, you want to have that umbrella ready to go, the rain jacket, maybe even the rain boots, because it's coming down in buckets and spots, especially across northwest Georgia, parts of northeast Alabama. And rain hasn't quite gotten to places like Dayton, Athens, Cleveland, Dalton, Blue Ridge, LJ yet, but I promise you it's on the way. And as we zoom into the heaviest rain, it's really coming down along 27 from Rossville down to Chickamauga into Lafayette. Tryon, Summerville getting some pretty good rain. Also got some showers moving into Catoosa and parts of Hamilton County. I just stepped outside and it's coming down pretty good here in Chattanooga. In fact, we had a rumble of thunder earlier, so it is possible that you hear a little bit of thunder. And here's a look at our Doug Yates towing and recovery cam. Look at that. The roadways are wet. A little bit of fog out there, so visibility not great. So please, just give yourself a little extra time on this Tuesday morning. Wet roads showing up from Chattanooga south into northeast Alabama, parts of northwest Georgia, and back into middle Tennessee. So by the time we get to the 7 o'clock hour, pretty much everyone's going to have at least a little bit of rain coming down as this cold front continues to approach from the west to the east. And notice there's still quite a bit of rainfall with this. So we have a lot of rain to come here over the next several hours. As for your highs today, again, right now we're generally in the 50s. We're not going to budge all that much. Most of us going to top out around 65 to maybe 66 degrees here across much of our coverage area. So it is going to be a relatively mild day. And as we look at your futurecast, again, through mid-morning, still got a good bit of rain coming through. So it's going to be a lot of moisture to work with today. We'll have breaks, but throughout much of the morning into the early afternoon, that's when we're going to see our best rounds of rain. And then by this evening, it starts to taper off to some degree. Now we're still going to have some lingering showers, but notice the heaviest rain pushes off into the Carolinas. And by the time we get into the late evening, still going to be a few sprinkles out there, but overnight, a lot of this rain is going to wrap up for good. And by the time we wake up on Wednesday morning, it's going to be a lot nicer here across the Tennessee Valley as that cold front finally sweeps off to our east. Here's a look at futurecast rainfall. Pretty impressive amounts. I think most of us pick up at least an inch, with higher amounts the further south you go. That's where we're going to have more of that deep Gulf moisture coming into play. So places like Calhoun over into LJ could pick up several inches of rain before it's all said and done by the end of the day. And then the story is going to be the chill. And we're going to have cold air arriving after this front and maybe even the potential for a little bit of mountain snow. So here's a look at your next 7 days. Look at that drop off. Now Wednesday, yes, it's going to be 67, but temperatures drop throughout the day. Lower 50s Thursday, upper 40s Friday, and then we start to rebound into next week. So Thursday and Friday are going to be our coldest 2 days because we're also going to have the wind picking up. So although highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s, gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour are going to bring the wind chill back into the picture. We haven't talked about our good buddy wind chill in quite some time. It's going to feel like the 30s and 40s all day Thursday and Friday. It looks like Friday is going to be the coldest day of the two, and high elevation snow showers going to be possible. So here's a look at your futurecast wind chills. As we get into your Thursday, 11 o'clock, still feels like lower 40s. Going to stay in the 40s for much of the day, and then by the time we get into Friday morning, those wind chills are going to drop down into the 20s. So it is going to be a bitterly cold Friday morning, and then throughout the day, even into the afternoon, those wind chills are going to hover in the upper 30s to lower 40s. So Friday is going to be cold, and throughout the day on Friday, we're going to have a disturbance coming in from the north. That's going to lead to some mountain snow along the Tennessee-North Carolina line, up through West Virginia and along the Cumberland Plateau. There could even be a few snow showers possible. Not going to see anything here in the valley, but again, if you wanted to see snow, you could just drive to the east in some of those mountains to our east, especially their Blue Ridge Escarpment. So here's a look at your next 7 days. Rain today, clearing tomorrow, cold Thursday and Friday, and then warming up by Monday. So we're on a little bit of a roller coaster of weather over the next 7 days.
Yeah. Includes a little thunder too.
I mean, we had the thunder this morning, the rain, it's going to turn cold, mountain snow.
Mountain flurries.
And then by the weekend, it's nice.
Yeah, and then the weekend we start to warm up, and by next week it's almost 70 again.
That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, It's going to warm up.
All right, Clay.
There you
Thank
go.
you.